Hi, this is Roland from PMI JCM Realty Group, where we manage properties from an asset management perspective. Today, what we're going to be talking about are 6 mistakes rental property owners should stop making right now. Inevitably, you're going to make a mistake in any business, right? But in property management or in rental management, those mistakes can be especially costly. I mean, you are a small business, every penny, every dollar counts. And so you have to make sure you're making the right decisions to move your business forward, right? Any mistake you make, you have to take the accountability for it and accept that it's your fault. And so, what are these 6 tips? What are we going to be talking about? Let's go ahead and get into it. And so, the first thing that I want to talk about is accepting tenants, right? You have to go through your screening process, but sometimes when you are desperate to get a tenant in, you may skip some steps. I will tell you right now that's the worst thing you do. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The best way to keep a bad tenant out is to not let them in the first place. So make sure you go through your due diligence process. Make sure you do everything that you need to do as part of your process to ensure that you keep those bad tenants out, and you don't want to accept the first applicant necessarily. I mean, you can have a first come, first serve, but make sure you do your due diligence to make sure they qualify for the property. The second one is, not calling references. That's part of not letting a bad tenant in. Sometimes bad tenants, put references that are like their family. And of course, everyone who puts down references put references that are going to say something good about them. They're not going to put references down that are going to say something bad about them. Having said all that, it's still worth it to perform that step, talk to the references, and make sure that you're able to get that information from them. At the very least, you get some insight into how those prospects interact with people, whether they're family or not. More than likely, when they're family, though, I don't accept them because that's just too close. But if it's a coworker or if it's a friend, I typically take those references and ask some questions just to get a sense of who they are. Accepting a pet, right? And so, pets can do damage, a lot of damage to the property. And when I say a pet interview, we really mean pet screening. There is a company out there, all they do is pet screening. Actually, the name of the company is petscreening.com, and you can outsource that to them. It doesn't come out of your pocket. You don't have to pay for it. It's paid for by the applicant. And so it's a great way to get an understanding of if it's a good pet, bad pet, right? They give them a FIDO score, which is similar to a FICO score. It's a very cool system. So whenever you're considering accepting a pet, use that system and it'll save you a ton of time, ton of money, ton of headaches as well. Fourth, skipping preventative maintenance. You know, I'm from the IT industry. I'm a cybersecurity consultant by trade. And I'll tell you, it costs a lot less to fix an issue when it's a dollar issue as opposed to fixing an issue when it's a $100, $1,000 issue. And so make sure you get the property inspected regularly. Typically, we get that done quarterly and catch issues when they're a dollar issue, right? Now, if it's a tenant cause issue, then you make sure you have the tenants pay for it. If it's a natural, normal wear and tear, then you can have the owners take care of that. You as the owner will take care of that. And so turning a blind eye to tenant violations. One of the key things that you have to do as a rental property owner is making sure that the tenants respect and take care of your property. A lot of owners set it and forget it. You can't do that. There are inspection companies that you can leverage to do maintenance inspections on your property. Like I said, I typically have those done quarterly. And you also need to make sure that your lease agreement takes into account those types of issues that may come up on the property. And so you want to make sure that you move forward and have your lease agreements created by an attorney, which is what we do. And you don't let things just go by the wayside. The more vigilant you are in paying attention to your property, the better off you'll be. Then you have ignoring automation and tech solutions. You need to make sure that you're putting systems in place because they're going to make your life a whole lot easier. If you are a small operator, chances are you can't afford the state-of-the-art systems that property management companies like ours have. But there are still tools out there that you can leverage. Some of them are free. If you have any questions about what those tools are, you can always reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to walk you through and talk you through what those solutions are and help you get those things onboarded. Now, let me ask you, how many of these mistakes have you caught yourself making lately? Again, mistakes are entirely expected and okay, so long as you quickly recognize them for what they are and take the necessary steps to correct them. For more insight and assistance, you can contact us at PMI JCM Realty so we can help you get through those mistakes and make things better moving forward. We're always sharing the latest insights about the Tampa rental property market. And what we actually have going on right now, we have a free webinar that we are hosting where you can join and learn how to streamline your rental property portfolio for maximum growth. So not only will we talk about this topic right here, but we'll also show you how to guarantee the rent even if the tenant doesn't pay, which is more than its weight in gold. Additionally, and we have a Facebook group that we have available to you as well. On that Facebook group, you will be connected with other real estate investors that can help answer your questions. And of course, if you have any direct questions specifically related to your property, you can contact me directly using the link on this article to contact me, right? And so you can email me at rcharles@pmijcmrealty.com. You can also call me at 813-333-9617. Thank you and have a great day.